Hello. നിന്നെ കാണാനേതും ദൂരങ്ങൾ തേടി ada walau dia lagi apa?
First map, 13 to 11 on that corrode. And I don't really want to settle for anything less than overtime here on Split.
It was so close on corrode. I thought we were going to get it. Maybe Devi had something unbelievable in store for us, but just didn't have the time to play with. And I mean, for Nongshim, just able to make those adjustments enough as that first half came through that they could get that fourth round. And now they're going to have a very difficult task here going up against a Paper X that has been superb on Split. Really deep one way and a kill for Francis.
Hell of a peak. Something dead on the floor to start off this round. Francis wants a little bit more, but Forsaken will be able to shut him down. Trust, however, with the trade up and out to Devi with the trade back, and then Dami gets involved as well. Suddenly a 3v2. Forsaken down to 35 and now dead. Nongshim find themselves another pistol win.
Yeah, it's just a brawl here, but you have that extra player in the mix for Nongshim, and Xros is still hitting. And that's a huge win condition here for Nongshim. If you get some of those backline players to be fearsome, accurate, in control. It doesn't need to be the Dombi show all the time with this squad. A lot of people probably just seeing this Neon, seeing the mix-ups and problems that it causes for other teams, but really you look at Ivy, Francis, Xros, and their ability to be difference makers behind that. A little bit of a jump peek here for Forsaken, trying to make some noise.
Yeah, just any early damage you could possibly get would be nice, but none to be found there. Devi get with the Sheriff, this time going to be shut down. Cannot get the better of Xros. Eliminates him with the Guardian. With the spawn on one, something going to be taking that gate crash. Now jumps all the way back over towards spawn, and this is going to be Paper-X rerouting a bit, bringing that spike through the sewer.
Trying to sow a little bit of a fake on the other side with the Prowler, but there's nothing to back it up, and Francis is scaled so far forward. Probably going to be able to rotate pretty quick. Not sure if got the spot on the Jing there or not. At least able to get the Sheriff over to Forsaken.
For not quite a Caterpillar smoke here. One to try to work their way across that gap. RB going to be struck down, but Ivy finds something. Xros finds Envy. That should just be maybe a bit of a one-by-one they fall, but no, Forsaken re-swinging. Able to find one. Dami decides to pull the trigger, and given how low he was, is able to find the kill. So 3 players alive. Collect up the key weaponry, carry that forward as Nongshim start things off 2-0.
Yeah, they're just reading the map pretty darn well right now. And again, with having that Neon there to make those quick pivots through mid, it's going to be tough for Paper-X to maybe get those executes to go the way they want. I think that's why you're seeing some of that early attention in the pistol round paid towards mid. If you can lock that part of the map off, it'll make it a lot more difficult for Nongshim to get their rotations the way they'd like to play them out. This time, Domby all on his own. He's just gonna tuck in. Judge is there.
A wide swing could be his undoing, but still it's got to be able to find something in the back. But Ivy finding two in the front. In the end, Jing both eliminated. The snake bite layered forward. Trying to scale, stop them from collecting this spike and stop them. He has Ivy. 3K, potentially a fourth as it's just Divide. What a twist, what a turn of events so far here. That C's did connect. Divide just staying tucked away, but then Ivy finds him immediately off the hunt reveal. A 4K just locking down A main. Nongshim find the bonus conversion.
Now you're starting to have some big concerns as Paper Rex. Ivy there gets the kill, just swings back out and takes out Jing. And then he just goes in with a judge of his own, and then you just smother Divide with utility. The 4K here for Ivy.
Sound like the Pillsbury Doughboy in the celebration.
He did a bit.
The frustration continues for Alex. The suffering for Paper Rex. 0-3 start on split. We were talking about it at the desk, talking about it. They have looked immaculate on this map, but right now seems like Nongshim have absolutely done their homework on this one. Go into the Coinbase win condition. See what they're gonna have to draw from. Try to get some of that thrifty magic, something that Paper Rex weren't really able to find so far in Corrode.
Just the once, and other than that, there wasn't a lot of that heroics that you're used to seeing with Paper Rex. Some of those miracle rounds, you know, some of that whimsy that they're able to create. But so far here, you know, just a simple little thing. You gum up the works on the A main choke, and you just knock Paper Rex out before the round even really begins. So I think here as Alex, you're talking about, hey, you guys have to be more proactive with some of the util, with some of the jump peaks to clear Domby's angles. I thought they were doing a pretty good job of it on Corrode. I saw a couple times where they were able to jump peek and get the identification that Domby was in a position to try to play those close angles. This time,
Outlaws in mid. Wall about to fall, the swing out, the shot's gonna end up whipping from Francis. Opens up a bit of space, but look at Nongshim already corralling back in from both sides. Wanting to contain this position, and X-Ross there at B Heaven is able to find something on the approach. Domby now pushing forward, looking for the transfer onto the second. Takes Forsaken low, and X-Ross has the alley-oop. And whatever the call was, it was read by Nongshim. Perfectly poised and prepared. They'll lose out on two, but they will get another round win. 4-0 to start as Paper X back into another bye they so desperately need.
Putting themselves into position to do something no one else has done is Nongshim, and that's make Paper Rex's attack side weaker than the other team's defender side to get more rounds than Paper Rex is able to accrue. Oh, the timings here. You nailed it, dude. Like, they're just reading this the whole way. They know this is a mid-push, and that's the way Nongshim wants to play. They want to hit you when you think you're strong, when you have maybe an advantage to take some space. Just smother you with that util. Now it's the operator on both sides. In fact, something has one. You can see the one in Francis's hands. Jing.
I knew that pre-fire is able to find Jing, but okay, off screen. Danby going to be struck down. Jing does eventually fall. Duelist down on either side. Yoru's still yet in the mix. As there's the spot out, and Inby quick to collect the kill. Great balls to the A site now fallen.
That's huge. This opens up a lot of different options, whether you want to go B split or A. You're going to have a lot of map control.
It seems like Paper Rex relying on that kill to maybe draw some additional attention towards A, but Francis has made the call. No, I can hold this. I have the operator. Decent enough angle, just checks around. Make sure no one's on that exit. Forsaken just watches something struggle with the Prowler.
Forsaken did throw a smoke over to A to try to maybe pull the extra player, but Nongshim's just holding. They haven't moved a muscle for about a minute.
Paranoia connecting, X-Ross. Lobbing in that haunt, but it gets cleared, but RB catches a glimpse, and that's more than enough for him to dispatch Forsaken. Approach from Inby here from behind, but his teammates down on the side, losing their lives. Suddenly he's the last one standing. Finds the first, drops down. Sees in position, the time getting away from him, and Francis just Goomba stomps him with a shorty. 5-0 for Nongshim so far on this defense. You see the frustration on the players' faces. I have to imagine it's even worse back in the coaching booth.
Oh.
As Alex has to assess when and should I call that second time out.
I mean, they're maneuvering on the map really nicely here. Our Paper Rex, they're just getting outdone. They hit a good paranoia to keep Exros pinned, but the reinforcements were there for Nongshim in terms of just one other player, and they can't deal with it. Get the spot, you get some space here.
Spawn reveals on both sides. Prowler chasing all the way around the back as there's the Bucky, but there's the Judge. Tommy finds Jing Devi dead. Recollection on this one, Dammy missing the rope. Will get punished for Forsaken, able to pursue in for that elimination, but RB cuts down his reinforcements. Prowler finds him, as does Francis. He's playing off his teammates Util. 6-0 Nongshim. They are starting to run away with this, and Paper Rex, they need something desperately to occur.
They're just getting beat at every single point. There's nothing that they can do right, and everything that Nongshim is doing right.
Spoiler alert, it's the second timeout call.
Yeah.
Paper Rex have to commit this one in. But Paper Rex, the team, are not the only thing that is 0-6 at the moment. Both duelists for Paper Rex are 0-6. They have not been able to find a single kill between them.
It's unbelievable. It's hard to fathom. Alex has got to find a way to rally these troops. You know, these players, they've been there, they've done that so many times. They've been in these positions. Are they going to be able to find that mental fortitude to situate themselves back into this map? And they're trying different stuff. They're spreading the map. They're gaining control at times, but in this round, they're just devastated. Yes, weaker weaponry, but you know, Domby's starting to get a good feel for the game. He's starting to get into the groove there. Reading that blast pack positioning from Jing perfectly to shut him down with the Judge. Don't give that Bucky any hope. You're going to have a Nightfall. You're going to be one away from Devi's ult. You're going to be one away from a showstopper here. So this is a very important round for Paper Rex. Try to get an orb, try to get some control, but Nongshim wants to try to deny it. They're lined up right with them at A main.
Crowd still energized, but Paper Rex, they're the ones that need the show. But they still have the energy, still have the focus, the grit, the tenacity to fight their way back into this. But as they try to make something happen outside of A main, it will just be that pit dropped, and now spot out on Francis's position, makes his exit with that gate crash, and does send him quite far away.
Whoa, this is so risky.
Something on the walk-in now going to be spotted. Tagged up a bit, slots forward behind the boxes. Zinvi pushing forward, is able to find X-Ross. Francis, however, strikes him down. The spike now on the floor, but something down below. Is able to find the first, but he cannot get the transition. Francis still alive, still kicking. Still fighting to the nail, but now 3v3, Nongshim needing the retake.
This showstopper has to be good for Paper Rex. There's an overdrive for Damby.
No more gate crashes. No easy exit for a Cyber and Forsaken. He's just missing a timing on that. He's going to try to scale forward, try to find that punish. Had he continued pre-firing the angle, might have been rewarded with a kill, but now instead he's going to be eliminated. Jing will be able to find Dami, but now Ivy strikes in from Garage. The time starting to tick. Jing, can he play this out? Finds the first. Ivy dead. Another paint shell lobbed in. That should be the round secured. As Jing comes alive. Finds a Red Bull clutch and gets Paper X on the board at long last.
Just barely. And again, you know, I don't know if Forsaken's looking at his map there or what. He had Francis dead to right. Shouldn't have even allowed this retake to really start. At least you're able to keep Domby out of the equation with that Judge. Jing getting on the board when they need it most. But man, I was so nervous. So nervous there when something was walking into that site. No smokes at heaven. He somehow gets away unscathed, at least for a bit.
Oh, well. Yeah, you're going to be playing those ranges. Paranoia is not going to be enough to dissuade Dambi. Jing, the hero of the previous, now gone off the rip, but it's time for Forsaken. Able to secure the kill when he has somebody dead to right. Right of the rope from Dambi, keeping it quiet. Sliding forward, looking for the backstab with that judge. Meanwhile, a little leg shot there, and Dambi, he has just stormed the front. Forsaken and something both gone. The spike still a world away. Meanwhile, Francis cleans up the kill on Envy, finishes what he started. And Nongshim Red Force, they are not allowing for that momentum build, for that confidence to resurface from Paper Rex. They are smothering them out of this map.
It's just incredible. Donby again, just right where he needs to be to shut Jing's entries down. He's got such a good read on where the Rays wants to be. And when he's got a judge there, not much you can do about it when you're mid-air, point blank range. Devi has a pit. Donby the only one here. Swapped over to the Vandal. Is this going to be anything for Devi? No.
Not at all. A 4K for Donby, 7-1. With no lifelines remaining, Paper Rex left to their own devices, needing to figure this out on their own.
They just had no idea. He's so patient. He's so good at finding his moments. Yeah. It's tough. Not re-clearing that space, or well, they kind of tried to, but Donby was patient enough to wait on the rope for them to abandon it. Just going to try to brute force their way through, but
They have to have heard the drop. They have to have suspected there's going to be that judge around the corner. So now having it confirmed, but something, his eyes are trained towards this Neon, so Ivy just backsteps for free. He's tethered in position, and no one can do a damn thing about it. Oh, Francis finds two. Donby sliding forward. Forsaken only good for the first. If you want to play with shotguns, Nongshim are going to win every day of the week.
again, there just haven't been consistent answers for anyone this year against Nongshim. The shotguns might work a little bit. We saw it on Corrode, but they're kind of just better. Donby is the maestro of the pump weapons. And here we go again. Sees connects, but Paper X just too scared.
Yeah, there's nothing to dissuade. Prowler now will get cleared. You hear that outlaw, he's looking for the angle, and Francis will get punished. A massive overstep, perhaps some complacency and misplaced confidence. He ends up getting punished, and now has opened the door for Paper X to potentially find their second round win. They need every single one that they can possibly get. Devi on that late linger. Hearing the bound across from Donby. Relays that to the team, lets them know that he is coming. The next cross now gone. Donby on the corner. The judge still ringing out, still taking lives with Devi now. Arriving in heaven. Comes to the rescue. And it is just RP now remaining. Finds the first, looks for the transfer for the second. And he cannot. Paper Rex finally getting a second round. But they need so much more.
No, it takes an overstep from Francis for them to even have a chance to really get through there. And he goes for the big play, pays the price. For a moment, looked like maybe it was going to go awry, but that Nightfall was really well placed, really well timed. It hit Donby, made it so he kind of had to slow down a little bit, couldn't keep running around. So you're going to have that overdrive, but also Francis's ult here. You can see now Paper X having to poke and prod a bit more, try to suss out these positions. That high-low is brutal.
Just trap after trap set up by Nongshim. Paper X just following The trail of breadcrumbs to their demise.
Anyone going to be watching their back. Okay.
Here comes the flood. The haunt out. The overwhelm is found. Forsaken trying to TP around. And Francis again kind of misplaying it as Forsaken suddenly they're in with a shout. A site completely opened up. He TPs over the screens. Sticks that one. The rest of the team still a ways away. Still plenty of time to work with. Should RB turn back, ride that rope and peek in. Might have been able to find a catch, interrupt them, but now Paper X had a very real opportunity. Forsaken both down low, 57 health between the two of them. A pit, however, available, and they might just have to commit that in to this post plant. The drop down, Ivy looking for that punish. But the spike makes its way over onto the site.
Spike planted.
For now, it seems like they favor their numbers. They like their chances. So the pit going to be saved for the last round, but now Forsaken gone. Lowest HP member eliminated, but Divide holds his own. Ivy dead at the elbow. And now it is just RB. Trying to assess where Jing could possibly be. Now spots him, but Jing faster on the draw. Gets the headshot and Paper Rex. They get up to 3.
Well, there's one of those miracles that you needed as Paper Rex. And it's Forsaken's 3K here. Tries to TP behind the box. Should just be dead to rights, but the shorty's there just a little bit off the mark. Leave him with 9 HP left. Devi holding the line, and Jing good for another. Not that round. Jing's going to have a showstopper here for the final one of the half. Big one to consider, and a big brawl.
Overdrive. Dimensional drift as well. Trying to counteract the pivot. They're just going to go crunching into A main. Showstopper going to be drawn out. RB, however, striking first. Something dead. The push forward. Jing looking for a target. Lobs it beneath his feet. And Tabby zaps him out of the sky. Finds the follow-up. Envy's gone. And Pit be damned. Nongshim do not give them the chance.
They are so well prepared, so well coached, our Nongshim. Every twist and turn, it felt like they had the read. Felt like they had a shout.
9-3. This time Nongshim well out in front. Paper Rex needing the run back. See if they can find the pistol after halftime.
Can I help you, sir?
Here's the bill from the dealership where I got my car, and I'd like you to beat it with a better deal on one of these fine cars.
Oh, maybe I'm fine. I think you don't.
find themselves up to match point.
Starting to hope and pray that those gods of chaos start to favor you once again as Paper Rex. They're going for a big 4-1 split. Not even contesting mid at all. Didn't favor their chances with what happened in the previous pistol. They need this one so bad. Nongshim doing something to them no one's been able to really do on this map. There have to be big concerns, but let's see if they can rally back.
Might be able to find a timing here. Spike being transferred over, but something unable to collect it. Just not been able to find that form, that accuracy that he was putting on display just a mere few days ago. Devi, however, will find a clean one. It's RB dead. Spike recovered, something still fishing for it, looking for it, but managed to slide away. Now escorting that Spike over to the A site, which has been opened up. It's Forsaken fell.
30 seconds left.
Omenless here. Both sides. The post plant, the retake. And now Envy gone as well. Divide a challenge and to win it. Another belter of a shot from the Sultan. But needs so much more. Something caught. Dropping down to his death. 6 feet under. Jing now, dancing around elbow, is just overwhelmed, outnumbered, and outdone. Another pistol in Nongshim, now up to double digits.
It's rough right now for Paper Rex. I mean, something here had opportunities in that round to do some damage and really didn't do anything, and just dropping into the site by himself. And look at the way that they're constantly maneuvering. Dombi there at the very end as well with that little bait and switch. Make sure that even if Jing hits a good shot onto him with the Sheriff, he has that player from heaven to clean it up. All the little things that Nongshim do is giving problems, and there is no buy up here. No force from Paper Rex.
It's one Sheriff and then a bunch of half armors, but there's an outlaw in the hands of Francis. So he could still absolutely cook them with this. They're going to try to do this high-low. There's one gone, but he will still fall. In via ramp, able to finish the job. Love the scale forward, grab that weapon. Looks like that's exactly what Forsaken is going for.
Ivy already scooped it up.
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, quickly collecting it, keeping it out of the grasp. Ivy at risk of maybe being intercepted, but seems to have a read on it, slowing down as he approaches towards Ramen. Devi has been old reliable with this Sheriff, but until they can clear him, they're just stuck in position. That leaves just something in Envy to their own devices back on the site.
This has to be dry here. They use a smoke.
Smoke to come through. The 1-2 push. Looking for the shot. Forsaken drawing the attention. Gets that outlaw after all. But that was still critical time bought for Nongshim. Paper Rex need to make a go of this right here, right now. Shot connecting on the down. He takes him down to 10. But Ektross again finds 2. And RB cleans up the remainders. 11-3. A decent cheeky go of it there from Paper Rex.
Even getting one there, not bad at all for Francis. And again, taking that gun away, even though it ends up in the hands of Forsaken, still got huge advantages. As Nongshim able to just double up and make sure that that flank doesn't find any purchase. And the big purchase coming through. Judge for Envy, judge for Forsaken for Paper Rex. So a couple of those half armor buys that they invested in the previous round, they're going to prove fruitful anyway.
Swing the corner and Ivy finding Envy. The judge just not hitting at all. Walls falling, the spot out onto something. It will just be the two players going their separate ways.